we're going to be tumbling something elusive, mysterious, something not many people talk about. And it is Minnesota Moonstone. What is Minnesota Moonstone, you ask? Let me show ya. Minnesota Moonstone is really similar to feldspar, and it can sometimes be found within feldspar and within granite. Now, I'm not 100% sure that every single one of these pieces has the Minnesota Moonstone, but there's something that you might notice that's different between just a feldspar flash and the Minnesota Moonstone flash. Normal feldspar just has a plain reflective surface, but if you can find good pieces of Minnesota Moonstone, it almost has a shimmering quality like this, where the light kind of plays within the surface. And it's more, I don't know, satiny, I would say, than a feldspar flash. Here's a good example where you can see the light really plays nicely along the surface of this stone. And these often look really, really beautiful once they are done tumbling. Let me show you a piece that I tumbled earlier this year. Okay, so here is an example. Now, it looks just kind of like a regular feldspar, but when you move it, do you see that? Oh, that flash is so pretty. And this one is even better, okay? You ready? Looks pretty normal. Look at the flash on that. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my gosh. So when I found these in Minnesota and then tumbled them, I started looking it up, and there's really not much information about Minnesota Moonstone. So that's why I wanted to tumble these new ones and see if we can get any more that look, oh, that's so pretty. Like these ones. Without further ado, let's get these moonstones put into our tumbler. Added some water to just below the rock line. This is a 2-pound barrel, so I will do 2 scoops of Grit 1, which is 6090 silicone carbide. My personal favorite brand is Polyplastics. We'll get this on the tumbler, and I'll see you in about a week. Okay, so here is how we're looking. These honestly look pretty good. So because these are a bit softer than what I usually work with, I think I'm just going to move them on. And I also don't have a whole lot of them. This is all I have. So I think even though they're not perfect, they do have some cracks and chips and things. We're gonna go on to step 2. Now, because they're not perfect, before we do that, I'm going to actually put them in my ultrasonic cleaner to get out any grit that could be stuck in any of those little cracks and crevices. So we have them in the cleaner, and I'm gonna add some dish soap in here. That's probably too much, but that's fine. All right, they are done, and just look at that dirty water. But they are looking so beautiful. Let's get them back in our tumbler and add Grit 2. Now we need our Grit 2 and some beautiful little rocks to cushion our moonstones. Got the water lined to just below the rock line, and we'll add our 2 scoops of step 2. All right. Ooh, okay, I gotta really screw that back on. I'll see you in another week. It's been another week, so let's take a look at our moonstones. All right, it's finally time for polish, and we'll do 2 big scoops. And and we'll put this barrel on for 2 more weeks, and then we get to check out our moonstones. I'm so excited, let's do it. Note to self, make sure that the tube that you're using is in the bucket. Why? It is finally time to look at our moonstones. They've been tumbling in polish for about 2 weeks, so let's take a look at them and see if we can find any of that beautiful moonstone flash. We'll add our rocks, our soap, and let them run for about 15 minutes to really make sure that all of the polish is out of any tiny cracks and crevices in our rocks. As we wait, we'll get these little baby tumbles all dried and cleaned off. And one thing that's great about using tiny little rocks instead of ceramic media is you get a bunch of tiny little rocks all tumbled in the end. All right, they are done. Look at how nasty that water is. Let's get them out of there, rinsed off one more time, and we get the final reveal. So as you can see while they're drying, especially these feldspar moonstones, they have lots and lots of little cracks. And if I were to try to tumble out all of these little cracks, they would end up super duper tiny. And even ones that are super duper tiny do still have cracks in them, but that's okay. Some stones aren't perfect for tumbling, but that's why you can use some good old-fashioned mineral oil. One thing that's kind of interesting is while they're still wet, they look really good, but then slowly as they start to dry, those cracks shine through. So we can sometimes watch in real time as the cracks start to show up. And it doesn't mean that the rock is cracking itself. It just means that the cracks that are in it are starting to get exposed to the air, which makes them show up more than when they're wet. Now, because these are a softer stone, I am gonna take some mineral oil to cover up any of the cracks that may be peeking through after they dry. So I'm gonna coat these in mineral oil and I'll show you them when I'm done. And here we are, just look at those. They turned out so beautiful. So let's go through and see if we can find any of that beautiful moonstone flash. Oh, do you see that? Oh, that is so pretty, that shimmer in there. Oh my gosh, and look at this one. Do you see that? Oh, that is so beautiful. Okay, let's see. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Look at that flash. That is so cool. Okay, and this one has almost like an iridescent shimmer. Can you see that? Oh, it's so hard to catch on the camera. It's kind of like up in this corner. Oh, can I get a good angle? Oh, it's so pretty. I wish you could see it better, but it is so pretty. Ooh, okay, this is a nice one too. Can you see the shimmer? Look at that. Oh, there. Oh, that's so cool. Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, and another one. Do you see it? Oh, that is stunning. One thing that's so cool is that there are just hidden shimmers in all of these. You just kind of have to move the rock around in the light to be able to find it. But, oh, see, right there, right there. Oh, but when you do, it's so satisfying. This was so much fun. I cannot wait to just look at all these moonstones closer and find all of their beautiful shimmers. I hope that you guys liked this video, and maybe one day you can find your own Minnesota moonstones. Be sure to check me out on Patreon and Etsy, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!